So joining at Asianet News today is Brijesh Goyal ji. Brijesh ji, first of all, Trump's tariff of 50% on Indian exports to US, it took into effect from 27th of August. It's been entire one day now. How do you assess the situation? What is your immediate assessment? How huge is the blow?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that USA imposed 50% tariff on Indian products, and it will affect badly Indian textile industry, Indian gems and jewelry industry, Indian leather, pharmaceuticals. Though he hasn't announced on the pharma, but the sword on the neck already, and the electronic sector, all these sector will be badly affected. You see, on the last financial year, India exported around 53% textile product, around 53% gems and jewelry, 37% leather. These are the key sectors in which India deals. India exports in a very large number to USA. So this sector will be badly affected.
What all countries India can actually look up to in order to diversify its export market?
Yeah, see, India should seek new country options like Vietnam, like Singapore, like Germany, UK, and other European countries also. There are the very good markets of electronics, pharma, textile, seafood, and leather. These are the key items in which India will struggle. India will face huge problems. So India will seek new options for this country, for this export. And India should also reconsider its export policy. There are lots of hurdles in its export policy. So we will have to. We can't depend on USA itself every time, or China. In previous years, we have seen how we have depended on China and how we saw problems with China. So we should seek other countries' options also.
Brijeshi, because you are the chairman of CTI, the CTI is a body which actually protects the interests of the entire industry community. Have you reached out to the government in order to kind of request some sort of measures to provide a cushion to these blows?
Yeah, a few days ago, we have written a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. We have sent a full details and how we can promote our Indian products, because from last few days we have been watching that Prime Minister Modi ji are saying use स्वदेशी का इस्तेमाल कीजिए, Indian products का इस्तेमाल कीजिए. So he regularly he has been saying that use Indian products, Indian soil products. So we have sent them few suggestions also. And yesterday we have sent a letter to Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal ji also, and we have seek their time also. We want to meet him, and we have good response from their ministry, their concerned person. I think we will meet in few days to Piyush Goyal ji. We have a complete memorandum, complete roadmap how we can promote our items to other countries also. How we can promote our Indian products in our country. What should our country, do to promote its own manufacturing, its own products?
Prime Minister Modi has been urging all the Indians to actually become self-reliant, buy Indian products, go vocal for local. But at this time, I also want to ask you how crucial it is industry-wise, because when we talk about the hardest hit sector, for example, textile, we do know that India imports textile materials also. So how can we, industry-wise actually look industry-wise and then solve this problem? Because India, if it's taking a hit on exports in textiles, then definitely we can do something so that we have to import less raw materials in these particular industries.
Yeah, surely India will. That's why I've sent you last year. India exported very in a large number of textile items, clothes items, and India is the biggest market of textile industry. And we are facing competition with the Bangladesh and Vietnam. These are the countries where very good quality of textile they are manufacturers, and we are competing them in this industry. And similarly, USA imposed 50% tariff on India. Similarly, they have imposed around 20% tariff on Bangladesh and Vietnam also. So it will be very difficult for our manufacturers, our textile companies to sell their products, export their product to USA, because already we are facing big competition with Bangladesh and Vietnam. We are the very good manufacturers of textile products. So it will be very difficult for our manufacturers, our companies, and surely it will affect very badly. And last 2 days, we have seen media reports that in Gujarat, Surat, Tamil Nadu, lots of states, people have stopped their manufacturing, stopped their production. So it will definitely discourage our employment. Around 10 lakhs of jobs I think will be affected especially on textile industry.
Have you also urged the government to actually impose counter tariffs on US?
Yes, yes. In yesterday in our letter, we have sent to Modi ji that India should also impose counter 50% tariff on Donald Trump, sir, because we have seen the past history. If you see as if you see yourself, if Trump's policy is that in future we have seen that if any country become weak, then he always he becomes aggressive. If you impose tariff, he might be some pressure for their own manufacturers, own companies. He can reverse their tariff also, because until it will be very difficult to face our issues. And that one thing is more, that we have sent a request to Indian government, that because textile industry is facing around 18% GST on our textile industry clothes items. So India should our GST Council is going to held on 3rd or 4th September meeting. So we have requested them that 18% GST on clothes is very high. So India GST Council should do it cut down, and it should be around 5% slab. So it will be big boost to our textile industry, and some other relief packages also should be there.
Right. Brijesh, also one final question from my side. When we talk about Trump, we do know that India US long-standing ties have taken a hit. It has become so sour. But because you are the chairman of CTI, you must be interacting with Indian diaspora in US. How is the people-to-people connect? Because when these orders are getting cancelled, I'm pretty sure that it is not so easy for businesses to actually tackle it on a human level.
Yeah, people are very tensed. I've talked to people in the last few days. They have sent the material to US companies. Their materials are on the way. They have taken the order. They are very tense that what become the actual scenario, actual status of their payments and the material they have gone. They have sent to them. What will be the status? So they are very tense actually. Those industry, few textile people. Because I am from auto industry, I personally we don't export USA, but there are lots of companies in our segment auto industry. They are very good exporter to US in auto components. So people are tense that what will be the future. That's why people are also little bit optimistic that might be India USA deal. Some talks becomes held, and they can reverse their tariff, and if it comes around 20-25%, it will be equal to other countries. Then we can compete other countries, because you see on the whole world, if you see the chart, you see the list, India and Brazil are the maximum 50% tariff that they have been imposed. So India is the maximum, so it will be very difficult for India in those items. Then we are dependent on USA. We export very largely to USA. Yes, surely. That's why I'm saying you that especially textile industry. We have seen in the media reports also, they are very tense, and uh, their butter and bread is in danger actually. Because if you are heavily dependent on USA, last 20-30 years, you are selling crores and crores of dollars to export to USA, and your industry is completely, your production is heavily dependent on USA business people, then definitely it will suffer. It is going to suffer a lot. So that's why a ball is in the court of the Narendra Modi ji and Indian government. See what decision they take and how they deal with USA on this tariff issue. So next 2 days will be very crucial, very interesting. That how does it go on?
Have you received some sort of grievances letters from these industries, these companies, which have been hit?
Not letter specific, but yeah, we have some lots and lots of WhatsApp groups on social media. I'm also very active on Insta, Twitter, and Facebook. On such social media platform, I've got lots of messages and our WhatsApp groups. Nationally, we have lots of groups, lots of traders in our groups. We have got lots of grievances of their relatives. Few people, their relatives are dealing. They themselves are doing. So there are very lots of people who are intense and who deal directly with USA. And not only exporters, importers are also in the tensions because if India USA impose tariff, then might be India can also impose counter tariff on USA export. Then our importers will also going to be suffer. So importers are also in the tension.